My name is Garcia, born in Tampico, Tamaulipas, Mexico. I was brought to the United States at the age of 1 and raised in Houston, Texas my entire life. I grew up in a neighborhood heavily dominated by working class immigrants. As part of that neighborhood, my family strived for the American dream by working every day and searching for jobs every day. That is the immigrant experience in the United States. Working is the only way to survive. Growing up, I recall my family sharing their experiences as immigrants. My grandfather would tell me about his journey through the desert. My mother would describe the night she crossed the Rio Grande. Life stories that I grew up listening to and valuing. All in search for a better future. However, a better future means working every day of the week for immigrants. My grandfather, who had worked in Texas since the 1970s, still continues to work as a warehouse worker. As immigrants, work dominated the life of my family, and it was the only way to achieve el sueño. A reality that some of my family members would escape by drinking and listening to corridos or norteño music, or by going to the flea market to enjoy tacos, elotes, and the music. I attended school and managed to learn el inglés, an ability that would prove my family very useful when it came to having me to translate for a job or just ordering food. I grew up hating to translate, but it was necessary for my family's survival. It is the language de los Americanos, and I knew how to speak it. Despite growing up in that neighborhood, I quickly adapted in school by Americanizing myself and only speaking English. It was the only way I could fit in and be different from the immigrants in my neighborhood. My identity was conflicted, and I tried my best to move away from the community I lived in. I did not want to be working like most immigrants. However, my life and identity changed when I started working with my grandfather in the wholesale company. He replaced my father and took upon the responsibility to teach me how to be a man. I attended high school, but worked with my grandfather on the weekends. As I worked with him, he would yell at me for not doing the job correctly. Unloading 18-wheelers was not an easy job, but my grandfather did it for years and I had to learn too. Working with him managed to bring me to a realization to admit where I come from. It managed to humble me down and understand the work needed to survive in the United States. My grandfather taught me how to work like a man, but he knew that I had more potential than being a warehouse worker. I did not want to experience a chinga every day. No quieres andar en la chinga como yo, he would tell me. I wanted to attend college, and I aspired to major in political science to later become an immigration lawyer. I wanted to help my family and the community I grew up in. Soon, with my interest in politics, I also started raising money by working in political campaigns in Houston. Canvassing every day, I was motivated to attend college and raise as much money to pay for school. It was not easy finding the money necessary to attend college. My family and I couldn't afford much due to our financial and immigrant status. I did not give up on my aspirations and applied for scholarships. My life then changed with the Dream.US scholarship that provided me with a full ride to the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. Many of my family members questioned my decision to leave Houston and go to the Rio Grande Valley area, an area that is surrounded by Border Patrol and not so far from the U.S.-Mexico border. An area where you must go through a checkpoint just to go up north. But I knew that the valley was not just dominated by Border Patrol, but dominated by my people and a strong Mexican culture. The valley is a location where both Mexican and American culture merge together. My first semester in college, I was quickly introduced to Mexican-American literature and reading books like Borderlands, La Frontera, The Devil's Highway, Marihuano, The Quixote Cult. I quickly became fascinated with the Rio Grande Valley and its rich culture. I emerged into a journey of cultural awareness and activism by attending discussions, protests, and reading more about my own history. My educational experience in the RGV has helped me understand who I am, a Mexican American and a dreamer in the United States.